see me down, I always bleed. Oh, for you, die for you, and you can't even tell me the truth. Tell me that you love me, then push me away. I have to deal with it every day. It's all for you, I die for you, and you can't even tell me the truth. And I'm holding on more than I should. You know I'd leave you in the past if I could, but you're driving me insane. Can't get you out my brain. You're the fire in my veins, so
Fire in my veins every time that you talk. Now I don't wanna fight, but I'ma have to pull the plug out. Tired of pretending, I just wanna be myself, but at the same time I don't know who I am.
Caught her looking through my window. Got my whip out, I think she wanna ride it though. Just for the clout. So go, put on a show. Cause I can't keep my flow when I'm putting in the miles on the clock. I wanna see her twerk on the top. She looking so nice where I just wanna hold her hand. Latina beauty, baby, help me understand. So fun, wanna make this little body mine. Wanna take her out on my dime. Cause she's 10 out of 10 and I think that I'm gonna sin tonight. She caught that shit, baby, just my type. No, we ain't turning off the lights. Sexy. Pull up in my Rari, be drawing all the goth chicks. Singing with a friend, she the only one that got it. Get wet on the way. With the wind blowing, make her wanna stay. Bitches don't care about your speed when it's Italian. Long as I'm dripping and we roll up in a stallion. Running out with a 10, speeding quick through the city. Got her hair in the wind, yeah, she looking so pretty. She's looking so fun. Wanna make this little body mine. Wanna take her out what you think about when you're born into a fire. Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. Our brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn away, burn away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To play, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. And we feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To play, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. I had a feeling you would fall so quick when I'm dealing. Saw your heart change up like the season. Didn't know you could be so cold. I took the wrong road, took a left turn, damn, where did I go? Try to watch my step like a tyro, but I fell down and you were gone. Who am I to walk away when all the words I have to lay with staring at me like a loaded gun? I was wrong for hesitating, now it's way too late to save it. Can't believe I thought you were the one. 'Cause in my head, you're what that I see. I guess I fell in love with who I thought you would be. In my head, I don't know how to think.
Alright, this is more of a test to see if we can do everything. I'm kind of having issues, but alright, click over here. What to name this? Let's go. No. Oh, we're not even on the page here. Alright, that will suffice. Alright, so I obviously kind of went through this map a little bit. I haven't played it. I just loaded it in to get kind of pictures going, but there's really no surprises, no bombs, no anything like that. we do have some sort of a cave that we're allowed to come in, and then if we wanted to, we could do bad tide in here. That kind of seems like our only option for getting bad tide, unless obviously this all turns bad. We also have a couple of caves in here, and then through here, once we get access down here, we can come in here. Oops, wrong way. We can come down here and then have our mines. And then if we keep coming up, right here we got our water sources. They are buried down into here. Let's keep coming up. And then obviously we have access to a limited amount of trees right here, but then the builder came in and gave us stairs all the way down to this level. So we're able to do something down here if need be. We also have access to metal before we come over here and gain access to this. So there's hope for that. But that seems to be the gist of it. Let's start we're gonna do this one, and then food, we'll put that there, and then let's get a couple of trees. These are the iron teeth, so we are going to have to deal with a little bit of problems as far as like the farming goes. Actually what I'm going to do, because of the amount of green area at this current point in time that we have access to, it would seem to be better to put this here and then come over here, put that there. Let's get crops. Let's get these going as much as we possibly can in this general area, just so what we have that. This one, okay, so I'm gonna put this at higher priority. This will be at higher priority as well as actually, let's come down here, get these two going, and then we'll medium prioritize that. That can be right. Yep. And then we can kick this off. So we have a lot of things that we need to start kind of unearthing to some degree. That's not what I wanted. I don't even think I put that in right. Yep, I did not put that where I wanted it. What? There we go. And then obviously come in here. That should be good enough. And then basically I'm trying to get this area taken care of to some degree, so that one, we have more area to grow our farms or build or something like that. I don't really know exactly what we're going to be doing, but it's kind of my idea there to some degree, is to hopefully get that going. What's up? How's it going? Oh, let's get out of that and let's kick this into 3 times speed. Obviously we are going to need a beaver pod. Well, I appreciate you stopping by or joining, or however you really want to classify that. All right. I'm gonna put this here so we can maybe potentially put one on the back end if that's what we choose to do. We got those being planted. We need to slow that down. Come over here. You don't have to worry about these as much, but water's definitely going to be what do you mean what's different? All right, and then we need water and berries for that. Oh, sorry, got my buttons crossed over. So this is Timberborn. This is the Iron Teeth. We've been live streaming a lot of the folktales. And last episode, I'm going to call it, we washed out. So we will deal with that. And I started this one so we could then continue that legacy. And oh, that's not, don't build that. I need this one. And we need blueberries. And then oh no. Okay. And then we're going to put Robbie's in here. And because I'm a moron, we are going to get rid of that one so I can actually path it down. What's the difficulty? Hard. So it gives us roughly 8-ish days. We'll know after this cycle, but everything, I want to say cycle 4, we get bad tide. That starts kicking off at cycle 4. And how many? Yeah, cycle 4 bad tides start kicking off, and then I want to say the minimum drought time that we have is 5 days to start off with. And usually, like on normal mode, it's about, what is it? I think it's a day. Oh, you did that on purpose. All right. All right. So what I'm looking at right now, and this is the annoyance part of it. So because he put this trench right here, I can put this in here. The problem is the water that flows over here isn't going to stay because of that reason. Oh, this guy's a butthead for that. Alright, I need blueberries. These are going to die off the first bad tide we get. We got a couple of cycles for that. And then all these blueberry bushes are a nightmare. Yeah, I need to build a dam. That is, I 100% agree with that. But that was a butthead move right there. Was putting that in there definitely jacked everything up. I'm gonna get rid of all these blueberry bushes because if I don't, especially the ones that don't have any blueberries on them. But I also have the capacity once this comes up to actually go down all the way over here. Not that I can do much with coming down here. I mean, I can get access to trees, so that will be useful. But I can't get down here yet. I'm not really sure what the idea for the overhang is, but we might find use for that. One of my bad tide features that I'm going to probably be thinking about is sending it off this map eventually. Are you able to get blueberries? You have blueberries. Alright, so yeah, we're going to be taking this nice and slowly. I don't know why we don't have blueberries in there. How much water are we able to pump? This needs to start taking a little bit higher priority. That can take a medium priority. Yeah, we need to get some of this stuff moving and taken care of, because if we don't, we're going to be in big trouble later in life. Also, let's get, nope, just those two. 18-hour work, nope, 18-hour work days. Those are the ones that seem to do justice for me. Let's copy that. And then, okay, so we have our first drought approaching. We will be able to keep some water in here. It just won't be the highest level. And I mean, we have a buttload of trees. And the problem that we have with the iron teeth is the power supply thing that we have. So this requires 50 logs. At this current point in time, we have the loggage to actually do that if that's something we desired. But is it something I want to waste time on? So I don't want this to be necessarily too far away, but I don't want it to also be in my way. Alright, we have enough for that. These have not started coming in. How are we doing on food? Food's not bad. We are close to that. Science. In order to get that, I need 120. Yeah, we're going to be struggling a little bit. Can I get... Oh, that's what that was. My bad. Workplace. I actually want these at higher priorities just because I want beavers always in there. 13. Alright, good deal. Everybody's working somewhat efficiently. I need that out of the way so we can come down here. Do I start building? I feel like I'm gonna have to. Let's... Nope. Let's cut down these trees and start moving this way. Oh, nope. Where are we at? Alright, and then we'll move over here, kind of start taking, because I can have bad tide come down here, and later we can collect the trees. Blah, 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 blah. No idea. That doesn't sound like a bad idea. Alright, so we can pause this, and then let's go ahead and bite the bullet on this. I'm gonna leave space there. How long do we have? Okay, yeah, we're gonna get rid of that. So, yes, having planks is important. I'm not going to disagree with that. But the only thing that we're going to need planks for at this current point in time is going to be the forester. And right now, all we can use is this general area to plant trees, which was probably more than likely is going to end up being birch, just for the simple fact of that being a faster build, and we're building next to water with no way to like default it to a different area. I gotta get rid of this one too. Oh wait, hold on. We'll pause this. Let me come back over here. Actually, we're good. So I can come back over here, get rid of that. Let's path this out. How much water do we have? 78. I am going to be able to pump into here. I do need to start this. I mean, I'm just saying as in general, like it's not my idea to build a forester yet, because obviously we have all this junk down here that we need to do. I'm more saying like as far as like planks go, the only thing I need it for in the early game is stairs, and I can pretty much get down here. If I do it right, I could eventually get right here, but yeah, a forester and stairs is pretty much all I need. 3 extra jobs. Oh, let's play you. So we're actually, let's do that. Oh, and then I have 2 workers in there. That makes sense. All right, let's pause you. Pause you. How many do I have in here? I'm not really building a whole lot. We have 3 in there. You have 1. Like I said, planks aren't necessarily the most important thing. But at least right now we have some sort of power source for the future. How far can you reach? All right, you can do what I need. And we're just going to go ahead and cut all of this down. And we will get rid of you. You don't have any logs in there anymore anyway. And you still have logs. And then I want to duplicate 1 more of those. Water is usually my biggest problem. We are getting cassavas. That was weird. All right. We have 124. My water kicked down quick. Why block this area off? I mean, shoot. Okay, we got 6 days. How many planks do we got? We got 7. We do have the science for it. We will follow the Germinant hat. said that right, probably didn't. And then we'll put, oh, I don't even have enough for that. All right, ooh, hold on. Pause. All right, we will cut these down. I will come down here. Let's get those going. Oh, I don't even have a pathway down here yet. Much obliged if you would just pick that up for me. Thank you. Alright, Alright, at this current point in time, I'm not 100% sure. Should I build a plank warehouse? Definitely going to build a lumber warehouse right here. Wait, can I fit it right there? I cannot. I'll put it right there. That still gives us access. Let's medium prioritize that. You are full. Do I do it? At least gives us water here. 125. We have 13 beavers. Let me calculate this out. Because I want to say... 2 times 13 times 6, 156. Alright, hold on. Did that wrong. 2 times 13 times 4, 104. Alright, we're going to be extremely close to what we are trying to accomplish right now. So on hard mode, each one of these beavers, in case you aren't aware, each one of these beavers will require 2 water a day, technically. But so obviously right now we are not pumping or not getting any water. Hey, I built that in the right spot. Look at that. That goes all the way to the bottom. Didn't even mean to do that. I mean, I guess I should have done that, but in this instance, I'm not going to take credit for that. Did not mean to do that in the slightest. All right. Then I think I need to do this, get planks, because we're about to have to need a whole buttload of planks. We do have the science for it now. Let's get this going. And then we can slowly build over here. I want to get, yeah, all right, woodcutters. Then I wanted, hey, that's so bad. Okay, I want to go, I'm just going to make a line. Because I want to get over to about this area, because then we can just go straight along this path, come down over here, deal with this stuff. I mean, it's, wait. That's where the bad water goes. So technically we already have a stop right there. Hey. Appreciate that, JD. And my alerts work, so thumbs up to that. You got points, JD. You should try to use one of the points and see if I fix that. I was messing around with that earlier today, so I'm hoping that works. No, it did not. Did not work at all. Do I still have it open? Alright, hold on. We're gonna kick this into 1x speed so I can look at something real quick. Just give me a second. Yeah, that's a big negative. I got that. 100%. Hold on. Nope. Oh, that's what I wanted. There it is. Where is it? Nope, that's not it. Editor access, nope. I think this is where I wanted to be. Extensions, dashboard, browse source, copy that, come down over here. Where are we at? Hold on. All right, try it one more time, JD, see if that works. Seriously? That's crazy. I don't know why that's not working. See, if I do this, it works just fine. I have no idea what that was, but it works just fine. Being a streamer is... Hold on. Yep. Alright, I don't have time for that. Alright. Back to... Yeah, so I don't know what that's about. It works on the other end. Alright, let's come in here. How much water we have? Let's get them focused on this so we can work this area down. I can get steps right there, and then we can get steps all the way down there. I can also put steps right there that connects us over here. Hey, appreciate it. See, that works just fine. Appreciate the 100 bits. Yep, it's all working just fine. Oh, I need to get these beavers to work. Let's get those. Let's get this, then we can come in here. We can slowly connect all of this up. We still have stuff there. Let's get this one. There we go. Ooh, and this one's 2 up. So that might be what we need to look for eventually. How are we doing up here? We got 1 day. How are we doing on food? Probably exceedingly poor. That's full. Ugh. Alright. Collecting a buttload of wood. I like that. We're just doing enough to keep our population where it's at. 225. Oh yeah, because we got this down here. So and then we can start coming down here. Now I need, how far can you reach? All right, let's come over here. Let's get cassavas planted in as much of this area as we can kind of manage. Just because in case we get a longer drought, having those available will probably end up saving our bacon in some sort of way. And then I can put this pathway here. Let's make... what did I just plant? Cassavas. Yep. Food looking rather dicey. Do we have anybody? We do have 2 people in there, but I think for the time being we can pause both of these. Did I pause that? I did. Come in here, start collecting what we need to collect, because we're almost done with trees over here as far as like minus the little what have yous. You're able to collect blueberries all over the place, so you should be fine. 6 water. Let's play you for the last day just to be able to keep off thirst. And then we can come down over here. I don't know what I'm doing. It's probably apparent. I wish I could put it right there. It's not necessarily ideal, but it will get the job done to some degree. Did I hook that up? I did. Storage. Let's duplicate these. Let's add those so we don't have anybody wasting their life away not doing anything for us, because that's what we need right now. 2 days, 8 water, so technically everybody's still well watered. And then we come into this, play that one, get him going, and downplay you. We have all this built. All this needs is wood, so they can travel that way. They're probably not going to enjoy it, but I mean, less things have happened. Alright, where are we at? Let's pause you. You have 20 logs in there. That's not, yes. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We are going to get rid of this. Have a pathway there. You're at 72, I'll leave you. You're at 79, I'll leave you. Because it's not necessarily an ideal thing to do at this current point in time. It's more of a futuristic problem. So we'll leave it with what we got. For the time being, I don't need you working. You're going to be a future problem. Or I could play them. I mean, shoot, we have an open job, why not? I'll move him. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, this is fully covered, so this is... Alright, I'm picking up what he's putting down now. So over here, we're 2 levels up. Down here, we're 1 level down. So we wanted to grow on this. I mean, technically, we could probably build something out this way. And then we would probably... I don't even know. We're going to have to get creative, though. That is going to be very apparent. Because I'm probably going to have to get the forester anyway somewhere. Obviously, I'm going to have to get a forester, but I'm going to have to get a forester for the blueberries because I got probably 2 more cycles until we definitely get hit with the bad tide. Yep. Oh, you're out of work. I don't like that. So let's move this section right there. We can get rid of this section along with this section. Alright, we're fully loaded on logs, so we aren't going to be working with them as much. And then to upgrade this, I do need gears. I mean... might not be a bad idea. Definitely not fitting that big SOB. Not happening there. How are we looking on those? 60 days or 60% for one. That's Karabi's. And then, want as much water. Food is where we're struggling hardcore on. Then we can come down here. Think it's going to be All right. We'll put this there. I'm going to do another. I gotta make sure that I leave a pathway so we can actually get to places. But the Iron Teeth, they pretty much suck with their farming capabilities. So I need to keep that in mind. Let's do something like that. And then we can do some stupid stuff like that, get that going, and then we will be able to cut all these trees down eventually. And then just in case it gets built, get all of that stuff taken care of. Come on. There we go. All right. I mean, it's not like we have a whole lot of inventory of beavers, but yeah. All right, I think we're doing good here. Life is looking relatively all right. Oh, that's so much better. All right, 2. Oh, don't trust that. 2 times. $240. All right. So as long as we're roughly around 8 days, we should be fine with our water consumption, theoretically anyway. Food. If we started harvesting any of this, no. I think what I might end up doing is I have to figure out a bad tide scenario here. I have to figure out something we can do with bad tide. I gotta figure out what we're going to do with it, because all this stuff's going to go dead rather immediately, if I'm not being mistaken. I want you to focus on cassavas. Actually, what we could do is you do Karabis. You focused on cassavas, and then I only need 1, and then high priority that, and then they can focus on over here And then if we get everything that we need, then everything can then transfer over there. But this one would be a bonus. We did get everything built over here, so we are elevating our population just a little bit. Can Home Slice reach? He cannot, dang it. Alright. Yeah, Home Slice can work on this. These guys can help him when he has time. You guys aren't working. You don't have a job. You have 3. So I can take you down to 1 and then build you up to 2 just so we can start harvesting this stuff. And then my goal is I'm letting, we'll go down to 1. They are building this very nicely. Yeah, we got to get this figured out. I can pause you because you can't actually technically get to anything right now. And then we're full on you, so we can pause that. Nope. Where is it? Right there. Rotate. And then let's get this out of the way. And then I'll probably end up getting rid of these bushes just because we can use this area to build other things if need be. We're fully loaded on that, so I can pause both of you. And then come up here. Let's add as many as we can to that, so then we can get some of these going. Let's get a few more of those just so we have them. Karabies. Those are easy enough to disperse. Karabies. We can get these planted, and then we can pause this farm and forget about everything that's happening down here. At least that's the eventual goal. How are we doing on these? Those aren't looking too bad. One, which is that guy. And that's kind of what I was more or less being worried about. Thank you. Yep. Whoa, sorry. Moving a little bit fast for us. Alright, and then we can come over here to food. And then bam. Slightly expensive, but collecting all those will definitely help us out in a pinch if we need them. Man, this thing really shuts down soon. Look at that. We got 0.2 days, and then now we're starting to flow a little bit slower. Alright, we got those done, so we can pause that. He's cutting down wood. And then we are about to be able to play some of this stuff because we're not going to be using it as much. I want to pause both of you. We can come over here. Oh, that is just... Alright. Alright, let's play that. Okay, so eventually get platforms right there, put another house right there. And then now that we got that, let's unlock this. And then... And let's see if they're actually able to walk over here. Still collecting those, which is good. We have 3 extra jobs. Let's duplicate this. Not exactly how I want that to be done, but it will serve its purpose in allowing him to kind of clear cut all of this stuff down. And then at this point, I can play you, and then we can play you. That gives us extra jobs there. We can come down to 2. I'm pause you for the time being. Fermented cassavas. Because we're still collecting. I want this to be nice and collected upon before we actually do anything. And everybody has the jobs that they need. Let's delete you. Yeah, everybody can be mad at me. But I need a pathway down to this area. And then we can eventually put, I don't know, something somewhere. Alright. Life is looking good. Can't complain. We got 6 days, so we're definitely good on water. I can probably pause you both. Don't need both of you going. We have more than enough water to last us through this issue. And then right now we are using him to collect the wood that we need so desperately. I need to come over here. Because I want this to be built. Actually, I'm going to go 1 down, 1 up. And then in doing this, I can delete this pathway once we're done with it because it will allow water to be held in here. We'll have a pretty good experience after that because then we'll hold water here. We'll also have water back here. I can delete this path and then we can get the blueberries back, technically, if need be. Or I can build across, like platforms across. How much is one of these? That's 100. That's a lot. Yeah, that'll be fine. And then this is full. I want to wait for this to get full, and then we'll pause everything and then kind of let everything else balance out. I do need to get better about food. Food needs to be 100% better, but right now these cassavas can pretty much feed us theoretically. And then I also have a second batch coming in down here that I can pause these guys, move them down here to extricate this, and then once we get bigger, then I can put another cassava plant down here to help boost that up. Logs, you're almost done. This will help. We can put 10, so 5 won't have technically a house to reside in, but that'll be all right. It's not ideal, but definitely won't hurt the situation. Yeah. All right, and then now we should get to work on this. 'Cause I think that's all we have left to build. All right. Alright. I think we can pause both of you. That gives us a buttload of beavers. Then I can play both of you, actually all 3 of you. And come over here, add 2 to that. And then that should help boost everything that we got going on here. Alright, oops. Get that done. 2 beavers that need jobs. I can come over here. Path this out. Man, I got stupid bugs flying around my nose. That's not annoying at all. Alright, how are we doing on this? That's fine. Food, we got nothing. I can actually come in right here. High priority this, blueberries. We can get rid of that. And then they can start collecting all the blueberries. and that will work. Okay, now we need to cut more trees down. And then we get rid of this. I just like the way it like pretty much cleans everything up. Looks so nice and pretty. Oh, nope. There we go. Pause. Alright, so now we got this going on. So now we're going to be in a better place. I don't have any free beavers, so we are doing what we need to do there. I'm going to play you. Pause that. Let these grow up. Give these guys a chance to take care of those. How are we doing on that? I need to take care of that one. Yep. It's always annoying when you got these like little breaks or whatever in them because it drives me nuts. Oh, we're gonna have to fix that one. There we go. Alright, then we can get rid of all of this junk because those are gone. And then now I need to play both of you. And then play both of you. Did I duplicate? I did. You guys are collecting all of that. Oh. Oops. Maybe that was too much. And then let's make sure that that's high priority. How many builders do I have? Let's block those off. That means I'm not making any science right now. I can live with that. I need to play you. That I appreciate. You guys go over here, collect all those, get those going because I want this to be full. We're at 81 in here. We got some in the building, but yeah, I want these to be full so we can, like I said, if we end up with a bad drought or whatever, if we come over here to the food, 4 cassavas turn into 10 fermented cassavas. So this would definitely, if we can get this fully topped off, that would definitely provide more than enough food to keep us going. And then once we get done down here, I can pause these guys. I need to make sure that we are cutting. I want to do this row, and then this row. Get rid of these. There we go. Something like that. All right, so idea is I can actually, nope, pause you. I don't need you down there. We're waiting on these trees to grow up. Those are done. I can come up here, play those. So we're now collecting out of these. Blueberries are fully picked up. Oh boy. All right. I can pause that guy. Gives us one extra job. We're doing a very poor job of keeping up. Okay, so after this, we are going to have a bad tide. That is what's going to happen. Okay, after this cycle, my bad. After this cycle, then we are going to end up with a bad tide. So we're going to go through this cycle, this drought, and then the next time we come into this, then it'll be bad news for us. All right, what we're going to do is I want to pause both of you. Come over here. And I want to start, yeah, we're going to leave these. I want these three to get cut first. That way we can make the pathway down here. You're a butthead for planting your seedling there. And then eventually get over here, cut all these trees out, and then I can do what I need to do as far as building some sort of sanctuary there to at least hold this much water. We're almost there. I don't know what your issue was. Alright, so now we can pause you. Come down here, play those. And then I can play you. Probably would be best if we got the plank system. Something like that. Oh, this is gonna hurt me more than it hurts them. And then we can also come over here and do this. And then I'll be able to put another house right there. And then once the drought comes in, then, yeah. So now we're able to get everything going. I'm going to delete this one. Nope. Delete this one. Pause. Actually, we're going to go into 1x speed. Put this right here. Get that. And then he'll be able to cut down these trees. Yep, that'll work out just the way we want it to. One extra beaver. That does us nicely. Now I can come over here to housing. Oh, I gotta get rid of this. 9 days. We got 500 water. We have more than enough water to deal with that. And then I can come in here. That will give us the extra 6 to 5 beavers depending on the time period. Something to do. I don't need water pumpers at this current point in time. Pause both of you. And then we can come over here. Ooh, I know what I need. I need a grindstone. I'll put that right there. And then we can come in right here. Put it right there. I can add a few more things if I feel the need to. What other stuff could we add? Maybe a bush. Oh no. They got a lot more like whatever. How many? 5 visitors, so technically I would need 3 of these. And I would like to put them around here, but I know... Actually, let's go to 1 time speed, because I don't want this to be a problem. And then if I went and added 2 like that, I don't think I could... Oh, I have to add 2 more. I think it has to be on ground, but I wanted to check before. Oh. Yep, has to be on ground. I kind of figured as much. Oh, no, we need this one. So, that kind of sucks. Alright, play, and pause you. You guys are still picking and all that stuff down there. I'm thinking what I'll do right here is turn this into a tree farm eventually. What is that? Oh. I'm assuming that has a time period of when that would start. Alright. Grow those. Let's look at food. Soybeans. What does soybeans need? Soybeans needs oil. Yeah, that's slightly problematic. Let's go back up to normal level there just to make sure that we're good. I'd hate for that to get all confusing. Alright, your pause, your pause. We have 157. That is not a bad turnout. So how would we do that? 4 equals 10. So 157 divided by 4 is 39, and then we would times that. So we'd have 39, and then we could times that by 10. And that would give us, if I did the math correctly, these right here, if we cooked them instantly, magically or whatever, this would give us 100 and, or no, it'd give us almost 400 food. Like I said, if I did it correctly, which, I mean, that sounds about right. So we take 157 and then divide that by 4. I think that's right. That sounds right. Alright, so we're almost done down here. We can pause these and then come up here, pick those. And then this system seems to be doing pretty well for us. So we should keep those going. Okay, so you cut what I needed to cut minus this one stupid tree. Let's cut you. And then I want you, nope. There. Let's get the pathway done. There we go, that's connected. And then, how much longer do you have? 62%. And look at all that, it's surrounded by a bunch of baby trees. Okay, this one, we can, nope. We can call that one good. That one's 20%. I'm gonna call that one good too. Just trying to get down here so we can do something with that. And then they're gonna come in here, take care of those babies. That's nice. And then home slash right here reaches all of that. We're gonna cut around this area. This one's 62%. Like, that one's pretty dang close. I will fix the path eventually. And yeah, we'll do what we gotta do there. And then we can pause you. Come up here, play that. Working on that. Blueberries. Alright, so this is kind of the next thing I would like to get. And then we can come down here. Put this here. There we go. That will serve functions there. As the beavers leave, this plays a part in everything that they do, so that makes them happier. Decorations, I can't waste a whole lot of money on that. But what I can do is I can put this right here. And then that will at least give us an extra whatever for like the beavers to do after their, their day job's done. And then we're picking those. I need you guys going. We have 2 in there. Oh, I lost a few. That would make sense. Alright, okay, apparently we still have logs we are collecting. I need this. Yes. So we'll collect the last bit of logs there, get that going. I got these 2 going. Oh, that's why we have so many. And then, yeah, that works. Let's add another one in there. That's the problem right there. That's what gave us the issues. Okay, so I have a question. If we came in like this, something like that, right? And then we got the impenetrable floors. Obviously we don't have those yet, but and then basically put them over the top, because I don't think I can put, yeah, I can't put these on top of it, but theoretically I can go up one and do that. I don't know, my thought being is if we just hold the bad tide in there while it's doing its thing and it doesn't escape, and then once the bad tide's over we shoot it out and then it, you know, does its business. I mean, that'd be a theory, right? I don't know how well that would work, but it'd definitely be interesting enough. All right, we have one. Let's cut down what trees we need to cut there. Nope. There we go. And then right here, all of that. And then we can just cut all this down. Actually, I'll highlight it all. No need to make that mistake. And then we can come over here, and once we play all of this stuff, we can, yeah, once we start playing this stuff, then we can get rid of all that. But I think it would be in our best interest to move pretty much this whole scenario down there. Maybe not. I don't know, because I like the fact that we have the food here. Sucks that our logs are down here, so that obviously that causes a problem. I can pause that. Play this. Yeah, I don't want to grow anything of, I guess, value until I can figure out how to, I guess, protect it. And what I mean by value, like, so corn takes 10 days, but I do need a food factory. But one corn, 5 rations, 30 minutes. Like, that's probably the best one that you got. Another one is mushrooms, but this one takes a long period. It takes like 4 days and like 60 things of water to get that going. 192 hours. Yeah, I think that's right. And then so 4 turns into 16. That's not necessarily that bad, but it does take a minute to get going. And then we'd also need this thing. So we'd need quite a few institutions to get that going. We should be fine on that. All of our water's good down there. How much? All right, we're at 200, which means you're holding in some. That's growing. We're picking this down here, which is nice. All right, good deal. Think that's all that we need for this current point in time. Now, if I could get some sort of backup to get down here. that would help. Alright, he can pretty much reach everything. I really wish it would encumber that one square, but beggars can't be choosers at this point. And then if we could somehow or another... Alright. Making a choice here. I wish I could do this one. I'm gonna do those. And then if I put that there, then we should be able to get all of this with him as well. Hopefully. Alright, we got 3 pups. Yeah, we're hitting a weird stage right now with everything. How are you doing? Okay, everybody's fully loaded on logs. Actually, don't give me this. Give me this and give me this. And then block this out. Play you. Pause you for the time being. And then I want you to tag team in this stuff to get that taken care of. And then we're going to move our industry down, not down here, but I'm at least going to probably rearrange all of this stuff so that it can function better. And then I can path that out. And then if we click on him, now he's able to get, oh, and because of we added that staircase, I don't know how this works, but we're able to get that now. So somehow or another, that proved very vital for us. All right, he's going. Let's pause you because you're not necessarily helping the situation out. I might need another beaver. Oh, we missed all the celebrations. That kind of looks cool. Looks the same, but yeah, that works. Alright, cool beans.
it's just too hard now. But you above the rest, and now you won't come down. I try to make it right, but I can't stand my ground. I swear I always do my best, but it's just too hard now. Just tell me what you're feeling. We don't gotta reason to keep on getting even and make it worse. Hey, up there, how's the weather when you're looking down on me from there? You said you're doing just fine, but I know it'll never be alright. Hey, up there, how's the weather when you're looking down? No sword and hard, but now you're cold as ice. Wish I could take back all the time and spend those fights. Wish I could snap my fingers and make it stop and put it all behind. Wish I could take back all the time and spend those fights. Just tell me what you're feeling. We don't gotta reason to keep on getting even and make it worse. Hey, up there, how's the weather when you're looking down on me from there? You said you're doing just fine, but I know it'll never be alright. Hey, up there.
All right. So now we're going to play all these guys and see kind of what damage we're looking at as far as needing beavers. We have 8 beavers that we need to displace. Blueberries are looking all right. Nope. He needs to be paused. I don't think I need him anymore. Yes. We can pause him. Pause this, and then that guy is going to be fermented cassavas. That, and then I don't need power. And then I'm gonna let them build this. And then yeah, now we're at a good level. And then I can play you. And then home slices. I'd rather them cut this area and get that going and taken care of before we tackle this. And then water, where are we looking at? 250. All right. That's going to be the next thing we tackle is, oops. All right, yeah. All right, sorry, just making sure everything's still good. All right, so 250 is what we're going to get to first. Get the fluid dump going, and then, or at least have that, and then I'm going to go to the trees, get a forester going, and then we'll take care of that. I can pause you, and then we can play you. And then we'll put that one there. Kind of at the point where I think we need to start growing a little bit. We're pretty much staying in the 15-16 range minus the baby beavers. One for the time being. We can pause you. But yeah, I want to keep I want to grow just a little bit. Not too much, just a little bit, because like I said, this one is probably going to be a bad tide. I want to make sure that we're fully stocked as much as we can be on the cassavas. Before we go into some sort of production for them. And then I want to duplicate this one, but I want to put fermented cassavas there. And then I want to duplicate this one more time. You're playing, you're paused. That should work. And we're at 250, so we can get the fluid dump. And all right, 1, 2, 3. Fluid dump. Something like that. Nope. Stairs this out. Storage. Water. Get all of this taken care of first, and then we'll move on to the next, I guess, stage. Because at this point I could have 2 of these. Yep, what'd I tell you? Cycle 4. We haven't made it past day 3 before we get in a cycle, so everything that we're coming into contact with is pretty much all right. Nope. High priority that. Because the future depends on us having those. And we do not have any builders. You're not doing anything. I don't need you going. All right, we have 1 builder. Need to make sure we have as many blueberries as humanly possible, because this is going to get real ugly real fast. We're collecting as much food as humanly possible. And then we're going to, like I said, we're not going to use this as like our backup. So I don't want to use our backup unless we absolutely have to. I want this to get built so Home Slice can do that. And I want as many blueberries as we can because we're going to need them. I want to start pushing 20-hour days because I need them to, 1, be prepared for this. I don't need all that water pumping. We have, I think we should have enough with everything that we're doing as far as right now goes. Let's add another builder. So we're collecting science. I'm gonna have to put a tree dude up here so we can replant all of our blueberries. And I'd probably do it in a better way so it's not, we'll get rid of this, make this a clear cut cassava area, or yeah, kohlrabi area, and then this we'll get rid of the blueberries and make this a clear cut area as well. But yeah, need as much food as humanly possible when it comes to this. Duplicate that one. High priority on that. All right. And then just to make sure, oh, I don't know how many days we got. And then we got 16. Usually the first one's the shortest one, so I would assume about 160. We need about 160 water. And I don't know why I exited out of that one, but yeah, we have about 160 that we need for water. So us almost being at 600, we should be in a pretty good area. I am going to get him, and we will do that. And then I need, I'll wait until all this dies out because, yeah, we're going to have issues with that. But getting about roughly 160 beavers should, or getting, what, 106 blueberries should be roughly good enough. Yeah, why not? Because then we can come in here with this. And then we can continue that platform out this way if need be. High priority that. And then I just need a reminder to make sure that we are going to I just need a reminder to make sure we go back down to like 18-hour days. Not trying to push them that hard. Alright, planks, we have enough to build this. Play you. Yeah, we should be good. We can hold 120, so hopefully we're able to get all of these blueberries, because it's going to be a minute before we get all this junk back, unfortunately. Yeah, life's going to get very difficult here in the next couple of seconds. Yeah, it's once we get these bad tides going, that's when we start developing these problems of like going back and forth and getting everything that we need. Because we take such a hit with the food unless you can protect it, which obviously in this build we cannot protect it yet. I don't even know if we're going to be able to protect it. We'd have to move everything down here and spread out through this area. Alright. We've done what we've could. There's not much more we can do on this one. We're now at the mercy of everybody else, or whatever the elements give us. That's definitely where we're at with this. And pause. Alright, we got cycle 6 days. I think that's what I did as far as everything else is concerned. Alright, we have 3 days, blah blah blah. Let's see the damage. As I would assume it's going to start killing everything. We can pause this one. Pause you. You can still collect. At this point, I will play you. Just so we can get... go 2 on this one. 2... Supply 158, we just need that. And then 8 days. What did I calculate at? We got... No. We got 15 times 2, and then times 9. We need 270. We're in good shape. It's more of the food that is going to be problematic. We got 8 days, 8.5 days, so technically this stuff's all going to die before we're able to actually get it. I'm leaving this one played just because they're still able to collect things if need be. Alright, we can pause you. I will play you. So we can get rid of this stuff. And then where are we at with this? We need 100. Alright. Oops. Alright, let's make sure we're collecting that. Logs, we are making planks. I'm assuming this stuff is all died now. Yeah. So get rid of all this stuff. And then what I want to do is get this like that. And then actually I'm gonna get rid of him. There we go. Come over here. Nope, this one. Switch that right there. And then I want to put you right there. And then the idea is once we build home slice, to put all of this back. Doing something like that. I mean, I think that should work. Look at that. That's wonderful. What I am going to do is I'm going to have you come back here. And I'm just... Oh, I can't get back there. I'm just going to have some sort of blueberry bush thing going on. I can put some right here for the time being. And then this will allow them to get everything that we need there. And then we'll be able to plant trees and all that other junk right there. But at least that will allow us to keep going with our peeps, theoretically. It'll be a nice backup just in case we need it. We're able to grow them now. Trees, obviously not too terribly worried about. I can pause you guys. And then I can play you, which should take care of that top layer first, which is what I want you to do. Come over here. We have 100. Let's start working on gears. And then I think right now we're functioning these guys around. That's super bright. All right, then I want to come down here, play you. I don't need... And then I can play you guys. Come over here to storage. We'll do that. And then this. And then I will play you. And then we can do this. Bam. Well, the Krabbies didn't last as long as I thought they would. That's a bit unfortunate. But we did plan for this. We had 270. Let's see if my math works out. 270 divided by 4 times 10. Yeah, that's roughly 670 food that we can transplant this into. Alright, I will be right back.
saturated, so don't go sending me away. Butterflies, they're so fucking ugly. I don't want them, but they keep coming my way. Butterflies, they're so fucking ugly. I don't want them, but they keep coming my way.
All right. Probably need to upgrade. We'll do 3. And then we're getting food. So that's probably in the best interest of everybody. I don't need you working. I don't need you working as long as there's... You're working on trees. Let's play you instead. Oh, we have 2 that we can play. Alright, so we'll play you as well. 18 hours. Water and food we're looking pretty good on. It's not necessarily the biggest problem. If we came over here, this actually might not be a bad area to do. This might not be a bad area to do farmland in. Because if we do... That might not be a bad idea. So if we can put like a little bit of farmland here just for obviously growing things, that might not be a bad way to go. We just have a whole lot of pausing. Alright, and we're getting science. I think the next thing that we need to do... Oh, this is free. How do you like them apples? I'm gonna put that right there, start collecting those. And then that fits in right there. We can put scrap metal, get that going. And then eventually we can get the bolts and then start working in that. Yeah, that should work. And then we got cassavas in here. Yeah, that should work. It's the longest bad tide of our lives. What kind of trees do we got? We got birch. At this point, I would suggest us just growing a huge oak forest. I think that that would do us a whole lot of justice. I think that, yeah, I think that would be very beneficial. Holy cow, that's a lot of oaks. Trees obviously aren't a huge problem for us, but if we can keep this full of water, we definitely aren't going to be in a bad position. And then once, all right, then we can get these 2 beavers back. Just grow all of that. Let's get rid of this. And then that should be fine. And then now that we're done with this area and running out of this area. Alright, so what I want to do, and then replace that.
Come here, Fabian.
We can then put this here, and then that would give us a nice, I think I like that. I want to play him, pause this one, and then one, two, three, 1, 2. I want to let them build that, and then we're going to do some something like that. And then I can then delete all of this stuff and then just have the whatever the bolt to here and then fluid dump into there, and then we can see how that does. And then that should do us pretty good, I think. Alright, I'm gonna put this into 1x speed. I gotta go move a car real quick. I'll be right back once again.
that you can have it all, that I'ma go and lose it all, but they don't know what's right for me. They've already made the calls, waiting for me to fall, but giving up ain't right for me. I guess I'm flying alone, ain't nobody keep me down, I'm going for another round. I don't need the tone, I'm gonna make this work for me. I won't leave myself out in the crowd, I'll make it just fine on my own. I've never been one to fit in the mold, I won't give in and fold. I don't always get it right, and giving up without a fight, even though I messed up the grid. Some days I can see the light, and then I feel I'll be alright. Count out another bit. I know I'm
Alright, so main things that we get going is we get a lot of our stuff being built, taken care of. I do want these dead, yes. There we go. Um, 180, yeah, we did. Oh. Pause, and pause. What I can do is play that one, play this one, move that to a medium priority, just so that one, we're able to have food that isn't, you know, other stuff. And then I can now play, actually it makes sense to help them. And then now let's come over here and then get that fully grown. And then I can pause both of these. And then we'll get 4 beavers back, gives us an extra one, put him in there. You have enough power. Supply, demand. Alright, so we are giving enough to that, which is giving us more than we need. You guys are fully planted. I can pause you guys. I have 2 free beavers. Let's play him so we can get some of these blueberries planted. While I have that, let's make sure we do that. Let's make sure he's dumping a little bit of extra in there. Gears were almost filled up. Planks we're looking pretty good on. I have obviously this to be built, and then once this gets built we can take care of the rest of it. We might need to we have extra, so put 1 in there, 1 in here, play that. Let's see what the supply is, because I need to make food. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of it, but we do need a little bit of food while everything starts to grow again. And it looks like this one's going to be the first one to peak. How are we doing over here? 72, then we have another 12 days until we get blueberries. This is going to hurt, especially on our growth production. Okay, a drought. I can deal with the drought. How are we doing on water? Alright, you're paused, that's great, fine. How's the supply thing? Supplies 158, demand, there you go. We're making a couple of planks, that's nice. You don't have any more. Can you reach all of that? Great, you can. Then we're going to come in here and basically what we're going to do, I'm going to put, actually it'd probably be in our best interest to then put a dam there and then another piece there, but I will wait until it drought's over. So at least we have that extra. Alright, 45. We're about to be pretty good on that. We can pause you because you're not of need at this current point in time. And go down on you because I think the only thing we're building right now, and we don't really have a whole lot of extra planks, is I have to build this. And then once this gets built, then I can then put other stuff in. Yeah. Gotta take care of little bits and pieces at a time. I gotta make sure you can get everything you can. That's fantastic. Where are we at? Okay, we're almost there. Did not get lucky with that one. But like I said, if we can get this whole area planted, that would be a nice tree. Obviously, we got trees everywhere, and we can deal with that how we need to. Okay, how many? You need 4 planks. We got 4 there, and then you need 6 planks. So almost done, and then I can get rid of this one once this is built. All right, play you. You're full. Play. Pause that. You're still doing all of that. All of that looks good. I can pause you. And then let's get you two going. All right. Slowly but surely. Collecting those, then we can pause this one, play this one. We're still a little ways out for that one, but it's going to do us justice. I think at this current point in time, what are those? Karabis. Okay, so I'm going to pause you. We can hold off on having 100. And then I think I can go down to 1 on you. And then, all right. All right, delete this. High priority. And then I need, oh, I guess it would make sense to delete that. and then come over here. 1, 2, 3, and then a nope, water dump, and then let's come over here, copy, put that right there. All right, things are looking good. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Oh, pause both of you. Pause that one. That gives us 5 free beavers. Let's play you. Actually, let's -1 of you. And then play that. So we can get our gears back up. Okay, I got a free beaver, why not? Let me come over here. Delete this. And then, farm it. Alright, that might actually work better. And then, there we go. He's going to start getting fluid from down here. And then I just need to see how far this goes. And then we can end up, what we could do is, because this is always going to be good, is do cassavas up there. And then that will always be green, so then we can have that nice and chipper and everything that we need. That gets built. Pause that one. Play that. We are good here. So I do need these to be starting to be collected for the next round of bad tide. And then you can get all of that planted, which looks phenomenal. Come right here. And then I'm just gonna put wheat here. We're almost done with that. And then if we wanted to grow stuff somewhere else, at least we're going to have canola oil. I still have to get things going with that as far as power is concerned. I haven't really been able to figure out how I want to do power yet. Other than, like, obviously the engines, but it's kind of where we're at with that one. Yeah, that looks fine. Is this full? That is full. Alright, I am pause both of you. They can go do something else. Let's look at metal. It's 150. We definitely have that. And put that right there. Hop, up and jump it away for the time being. And then we'll be able to make those. We are doing what we need to do there. We do have a little bit of gears. I think I have enough. We might as well just take the dive and do it. 120. water. High priority those, because those are important. Yeah, we're out of blueberries. That's very unfortunate, but wasn't really a whole lot we could have done about that. So we might have a little bit of a population dip. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Let's drop one down. I don't know how well that's going to work out for us. Are we building anything right now? I don't think we are. I think we're pretty much done building. Alright, probably pause you for the time being. How are you doing? Yeah, you need some love over here. Food. Play you. Pause you. I can actually pause you guys because this is just growing. You're pretty much no good minus that one tree. Alright, you're all set. Don't need you. And then I can get you guys pumping. You know what? We can pause. What's up, Lucky Strike? It has been a minute. It's been a very long minute. Let's get you guys going. How many beavers do I have? Yeah, working on that. My idea is to save this for bad tides and stuff like that, but we just went through a pretty I'm not going to say devastating, but we went through a long bad tide, so trying to get everything repopulated or stored up. And yeah. So we got a couple of farms. Obviously we've been building. This is going to be a nice tree farm. I got some, whatever those are called, cassavas. I got some canola growing. Actually what I'm, where is it? Because I need one of these, but I don't have any metal yet. And that needs 120 power. That might not be the best idea. Oh, and then we're also very short on blueberries, as you can tell. That also got wiped out pretty critically. So no more baby beavers for the current point. I don't need you if I have. Alright, so we can destroy this one, destroy this one, and then I can go to tanks, and then rotate. Collect those, and then that will definitely help with our water circumstances. There we go. Supply 315. I need 214. We're doing pretty well on that. Food's coming out. You both are paused, which is what I want. We're still collecting those. For the time being, actually what I want to do is I'm going to play you guys and pause that. so we can move everything right along. Yeah, hoping to get blueberries. Blueberries are something I desperately need, and I'm needing blueberries in a pretty bad way. That's a water source. Yeah, yeah. I wish it was a seep, because that would definitely help with, I don't know, like not having a bad tide, but it isn't. So yeah, we have issues when it comes to that. How are we doing on planks? Did we get this built? I didn't even notice. I want to vacate these two. Yeah, definitely. Oh, that's not what I want. It definitely causes slight problems in the how to protect everybody, or at least our farmlands. So that is why we went. Eventually, I'll get to put this in. That's why we went with some of the water spouts, because, or these little water sources and stuff, because we're able to obviously put in, like, this area up here will always be clean, so I'm pretty happy with that. Don't want that like that. I want this like that. Oh, that's kind of the thing, is I'm not even sure with like sluices and stuff that I'd actually even be able to protect it the way I want it to, if I'm being honest. So that's kind of one of those catch-22 problems that I think we're going to eventually have. I can play you. You only have one in there. You can at least collect those blueberries. And then I'll play you. That leaves 2 open jobs. But at least we are getting blueberries. Like, that's the main thing. You are collecting. Okay, so I need to figure out. Okay, your bolts. There's really not a whole lot of things I can put over here. So we're going to just do that. And then I can pause you. That gets built. All the junk gets put in there. I think that will do us justice for the time being, at least. Oh, I need a medical bed. That's probably number 1 on the list somewhere or other. Ooh, I can put that right there. That is a perfect fit. I like that. Doesn't take up any space. And what? Just shoot it? That's a lot. That's a lot. Like 1. So that's at least 9 penetrable. That's at least 9 of these platforms. I mean, it'd be a good power source, and then just have sluices allowing it to flow this way, then sluices over here that allow it to. It's one option for it. Nope, right on top of the water. So are you saying, hypothetically, sluices across here and tunnel the bed tied to the back? Okay, I think I get what you're saying. You're saying something like this. And then blocking it off. Putting sluices right here and penetrable floors. So something like, and then the sluice is there. Platforms there. I think I would need a 3. Pressure system right on top to flow valves right up to the water source. Do I have that? I do. So basically doing, like, you're talking about this and then putting this right here, and then sluices or pressure valves or whatever right here. And then automate it to this, which we don't have, but I can automate it for myself. Put that there, and then block that off, and then, yeah, I mean, theoretically that could work. Problems, don't have metal yet. I have the capability to get it. Might as well knock that out. And fix my view because that's not annoying. But with the throttle wait, hold on. Let me path this out real quick so we actually are doing something. One way water outlet with an adjustable flow rate, solid. Other buildings can be built on top of this. Well, I need to find other thing. We'll allow what we're doing right now for the time being. Am I still working this? I'm still working this. I need to pause that. Alright, you're doing your job. I have one extra beaver. Let's do this. Have you start collecting all of this. Let's pause you, play you. We can yeah, how are we going to do this? All right, we're picking this stuff, which is useful, helpful, all that junk. How are we doing on these trees? All right. It is super hot in my house. All right, we got 10 more minutes and then I gotta go adult. And then I have other videos I have to also be working on at this current point in time, but I chose to not do that, so this is what we're doing. Yes. Do we have the blueberries? We do have the blueberries. We have a lot of blueberries. Okay, all these blueberries are going to die before we even got to pick them. So what I'm going to do is that is useless. This is useless. Collect all this, and then once these die out, then we will deal with that in a different way. You're playing to make sure we keep all of that out of the way. I need yeah, we're going to need to do something else about this, which is probably going to end up being one of these things. Where we could put this. Oh, it's too big. Hold on. We're going to just theoretically do... I don't think I can put that there. Yeah. I mean, I could if I got rid of that. But I would have to get... Hold on. I'd have to get rid of that, and I'd have to get rid of this one. And then we'd have to do some other stuff. Yeah, that's not going to work the way I want it to. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Almost had a perfect fit. Because what we are going to have to do, I can play that. And then we can come over here, and then if we play this, I need that to actually, like, get a life. And then we can put this right here. Alright, we're going to let that play out the way this is right here. Pause. You guys can keep going. Harvest. Harvest. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot to kind of get, but we'll get the last little bits. You can be paused. You can be paused. Oh. Play. Harvest. And then I can bump you up to 2. We can pause both of you. Alright, so good news, we're growing. Life is looking fabulous on this aspect. Oh, we're paused. I need another place to put a bed. These are growing. If we get it right, we could put another 3-way thing right here. Yeah, we'd have to build into here though. That might not be the best idea. And then once the bad tide ends, we'll go into there. We might as well get this, and then I need this. And then you can, oh, hello, bad voodoo there. Let's come over here, get this guy a little bit of help. And then we can come over right here, do that. And then I can delete this, come over here to power. Oh, we have to go up a few. There we go. So then we'll be able to put the engine in right there. Everything will hook up the way we want it to, and then that'll be able to power all of this. Supply 315. Okay, so we are able to make a little bit of metal. I'm gonna come on over here, put this right there, and have to come into here, do that. Alright, we are making a little bit of metal now. So, life's looking a little bit good. Let's come over here, let's play this, play this. How many bolts do we have? We do not have enough to build an engine. But if we can get this built, then at least once the engine's in, we are ready to go. We can get 4 beavers back as soon as that is done. And then I think it's time to put in... This one holds up to 6. Yeah. And then let's path this out, because we do need our beavers to actually have places to live. Oh, hey. That makes sense. We do need logs. And let's get all that going. Do I have all that cut? I do. Let's get it to it. How are we doing? Food is pretty abysmal. We need to get that going as well. What's the power supply looking like? That needs to be highest priority. Oh boy. We're getting it now. We are getting it now. Alright, we have power back. Alright, so we're going to be able to actually feed our beavers so no one dies now. Alright. Good catch, Lucky. Good catch. Alright, and then we can come over here. I don't need this. We need to figure that out. What we're going to do with this land. Growing on it doesn't seem profitable. But we could probably put one of these. I can't put another one. Oh. Let's make sure we're getting oaks back. That would probably help the whole situation out. Alright, let's get that going so we can at least have some idea of that. Okay, so we do have blueberries. We're just not using, or we're eating them rather than doing anything else with them. Highest priority. All of that's paused. Alright. So, let me... Alright, you can still hear me? Sweet. Alright, that's gonna end the stream. It was super fun. I gotta go adult and do those kinds of things, so... Next stream will be next Saturday. I will probably put that up so it can load in and you guys can be aware of it. It'll be at the normal time, around 8-ish. And yeah, I will catch you then. Have a good one, and yeah, later.